Well, hi guys, it's me, Ren. Recently I just came to Taiwan, and because you know sometimes I need to come out, and today I want to talk about something that I saw in the news, and I think that I want to give some comment to it. Is that it's already been a while, so like Lee Jae-myung say something like, "Oh, the separation of the religion and the government need to be done," and like he used something like I remember he using the quote like the government supposed to free away from the religion and the religion supposed to free away from the government as well. But actually he threw away the quotation at behind of it. So he just basically talked about like religion not supposed to get related to the politics. But today I'm here to somehow like to debug what he actually say. So I want to go with talking about the freedom as well. So when a lot of people are talking about freedom, they just think that okay, yeah, so freedom in a way, in a sense, in the end, so everybody will be like really like quantized individuals, and people are not really like reacting with each other, and they are everyone believing into like only self-belief, but actually not. Like actually the freedom that actually it means, the traditional uh, freedom, what we mean in a sense is that you are doing something that what you mean, and you can say all the truth, and you can just do you can just being protected by the law and not being attacked by the law, and so then everything just according to the law, and it's not according to the one who is governing, or not to the one who is trying to give influences, like a strong influences, right? So you have the freedom to choose anything, just that you need to take up the responsibility. But then actually uh, so inside the freedom, so everybody have different kind of like understanding, right? So let's look back to the Korea right after their civil war. So right after the civil war and Korea, they just get into a period of time of like being like how can I say this? They are being like in a dictatorships. So in a dictatorship, why? Because it's like just a period right after the civil war. So people just thinking that oh, they were North Korea just gonna send some spies into our country, and we're gonna do the same thing. But at the same time, we cannot let our citizens to be panicked or something, right? And at the time, Korea was poor. So when your country is poor, everybody just want to get out. Everybody want to just do a change, without really knowing like the real reason of about it. So it's really uh funny about it, and because it's this kind of situation, so you just get into a dictatorship, so everything is being dictated, even the color of the television at that time, even though the world already start to have the color TV, but then like they still using black and white. Why? Because Korea, like the landscape of Korea, everything is still sucks, it looks poor, it looks nothing, it looks lifeless. So they, even though they shoot the movie in color, when they put onto TV, they will make it into black and white. Yeah. So everything about it. So you're not facing the truth. You need to like keep on like brainwashing yourself. Like the whole country itself is a brainwasher. So this basically the most basic effect of the dictatorships. So yeah, but then like you don't have freedom. People don't really feel like easily feels happiness. So in a sense, Korea people, they are keep on like trying to striving for more and more freedom, and they start to have vote on 1948, but after that they fall into dictatorships again, and after the dictatorship, finally they get into another, how can I say this, another like democratics, and they start to have the elections for the yeah, for the president, yeah, for the current president, and yeah, because of this kind of freedom, and it makes Korea like suddenly grow so fast, so quick, and especially in the year of like 1988, because of the Seoul Olympic, that they attracts a lot of like internationals, like we say focuses or like attention. They grow rapid shoot up afterwards. Shoo. Yeah, and Korea just suddenly become like right now. When we see the GDP of Korea, they are growing high, much more higher than what they were in the Second World War. Yeah, so like after the Second World War, they are just like the Africa, like there's nothing in their land. But after that, because of the growth, right now they are top. Even though right now because of Lee so the whole government is like, I mean, economic wise, the country is like falling apart. But I mean, just compare with the in the very long time ago past, it's totally fine. It's totally okay. Yeah, but then well, this because of the freedom, right? And we have a lot of freedom need to be like to protect it somehow, like freedom of speech, and you need to have the freedom of your like human rights. When we say the human rights, is basically the most basic survival rights, and also like you have the freedom of we're gonna say that the freedom of the religion, and also like the freedom of your economic, which means your business freedom as well. So this kind of all kind of freedom that the democratic world right now is trying to protect. But at the same time, like Lee Jae-myung is like trying to take away all this like freedom of speech and religion freedom. So like right now I have a question, is that which type of freedom is the most important freedom that we need to persevere or to protect, to be honest. So for me, let's look back to the how the United States of America like being being established. So it's like a bunch of Christians, yeah, and they were like I say they were being persecuted by the Great Britain, and they give up their like economic, they give up their status as a British, and they cross over the West Ocean. Yeah, so yeah, and they cross over the ocean, and finally they land in the land of America. So yeah, it's like finally they get into a new land, and what was the first thing they do is that they build the church. So they build a church, then only after that they build a school, then only that they build their own home. So yeah, their sequence, church first, and even like in their how can I say this, in their $1 bill, they will just put like in the God we trust. Yeah, so like all these kind of things, and making like America right now is to be so great, and to be like in a way because of the religion freedom, because they want to be free out of like being controlled by America, even though like the word that separating the government and the church itself is come from America as well. And what they means actually means is that the government needs to take care or something like a support the church, but it's not making the church into the government system, but it's something like they are two totally separated agenda. So like the government is not playing something holy, or we say religious acting. The government won't just be like, okay, I want to do this agenda, but I need the church or like a God's way of saying towards people. No, the government shouldn't be doing this way, and the church won't have the legal rights. Not the legal rights. I mean like giving the legal authority to the people. They can only do like to teach about what is holy and what you are supposed to live, and that's it. And they are not like something like, oh, if you don't believe in church, you are sinner. If you're not believe in church, even you use the word sinner is still okay, but like if they use the word guilty, then that's totally different. Like guilty in terms of the law, like guilty in terms of the law, that is like really shit out of it. Yeah, so it won't help like the nation to grow, and it will just make everybody really fear towards the religion, even though it looks like united, but actually not. People just come together because of the fear instead of because of the hope, right? So because of something like this. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting about it. And yeah, so that's why I say that like the EJ Mill, like right now he just he announced like to erase a lot of like the protection of the freedom. He would just say that, oh, if you say something hatred in online, it means that, oh, the police need to take action for you. But actually, you know, the hatred speech he mean is that if somebody talk about him personally, or like something like just saying that he's doing like really bad thing. And to be honest, where happened this kind of action? The China. Yeah, the China, the CCP, that we always say that the Communist Party, the biggest communist party in the world, they are doing it. They are controlling other people's talking, people's mind without religion. They just even when the religion in the country is to serve them instead of like they are serving for God. Like what's the religion they need to do before their service start? They need to sing the praise song towards Communist Party, not towards God first. You need to sing it for the Communist Party. Then only then you can start your church to sing your church like praise song. That is like totally absurd for me. Like because you are controlling the church with the government. Yeah. And I'm not saying that the church can be like totally like free, like no control, but if you're having like you're controlling like both together, actually it will just make the religion or the government much more dirty, no way back. Yeah, so that's why we say that we need to do the separation in this way. Yep. So I think that's what I want to talk about like for today, just talking about like how the Lee Jae-myung's work is like really absurd, like really like no logic. Like he is supposed to focus on Korea's economic, Korea low birth rate issue, and also like the Korea being captured, and the South Korean that being captured in the North Korea. Yeah, and he is supposed to mind all this business, but he is not, and even just import all the like Chinese telecommunications like system that will just sell out like or like expose put Korea's South Korean citizens data, private data into danger of being exposed. So yeah, this is really like dangerous and is supposed to not to happen. So I don't know how the Korean gonna just survive after a few years, to be honest. I don't know how much Lee Jae-myung gonna do. Seems like he just even want to just cancel the special prosecutor. Somebody might think that is good because Rumada Ryan is like being challenged by the special prosecutor. But believe me, even though he wants to chase them out, he will just make it like after Trumada case closed. So the only thing we need to do, persevere, survive, and continue, not giving up. Like how much we need to face, we need to try to do our best. Yeah. So yeah, this basically like for today's content. If you like it, please share, comment, and put a like. Yeah, and yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.